want a bye week.
Really?
Yeah. But your day covered.
So now we're 6-1. That means we're 4 games up in the NFC East, right? But how about your Lakers? They cost you yet another case of Diet Dew on Friday night, and then they barely survived last night. And it felt to me like LeBron officially passed the torch to Westbrook last night. I can't wait to talk about that.
I'm not sure I believe that.
Nothing.
He did not pass no
Yes, he
torch.
did.
Not sure I believe that. You could do how about them Bucks, though.
Yep.
They have been rolling, and that is where we begin today. Another week, another win for Tom Brady and the Bucks as they defeated the Bears 38-3. The Michigan product threw 4 touchdowns, including the 600th of his career, making him the first player in NFL history to reach that milestone. 600th. Shannon, scale of 1 to 10. How impressive was this achievement?
Skip, I'm gonna give it an 8. For the simple fact is that a lot of times, we've always said this, that, you play a long time, you're going to accumulate stats. But Tom Brady's played great in his 20s. He's played great in his 30s. He's played great in his 40s, the first half of his 40s. So I will concede that he's played at an extremely high level for a very long time. He's been a great player for a very long time, and we should not minimize that by saying it's just a longevity award. Yes, you can do things for a long time, but that don't mean you're good at it. Sometimes people be on the job for 30 years, and they just show up just to say, I showed up.
True.
They hadn't been very good at the job, but Tom Brady has been great. But, Skip, I think I'll be remiss if I didn't say Tom Brady is playing in an era that's been very beneficial, not only to Brady, but to all quarterbacks with the rule change and the protection that they've afforded the quarterback and the wide receiver.
Yep.
If you look at here's something that I did not know until I was going through the stats this morning. In Tom Brady's first 9 years as a quarterback in the NFL, he only had 1 season in which he threw 30 touchdown passes or more. That was that magical season in 2007, Skip, when he threw 50. And then over the next 11 years, he's averaged 32. Which will be even more this year. So that and what happened is that all of a sudden the rules, the protection for the quarterback, you could only hit the quarterback in his numbers, no below the waist, nothing to the head, and the receivers. They put what they use the term, Skip. They didn't change the rules. They put an emphasis on the contact to the receiver, the defenseless receiver. So Tom has benefited from that. John Elway played 16 years. He threw 300 touchdowns. Joe Montana played 16 years. He throwed, I think, 273. So are you telling me Brady is twice the quarterback these guys are? I refuse to believe that, Skip. So, look, I'm going to give him his credit. He wasn't great, terribly efficient yesterday, 20 of 36. But when he got in the red zone, he cashed every time. And that's what he's been very, very good at this year. And now they're just like, you know what? We're going to get him this MVP. We're going to pad these numbers. It's going to take somebody 25 years before they even think about breaking this quarterback pass. But for me, and I might be the only one in this camp, I think LeBron passing Kareem will be more impressive than Brady throwing for 600 touchdowns.
Do you?
For the simple fact, Skip, LeBron doesn't get credit if he passes the ball to Melo and Melo puts the ball in the basket. He only gets credit if he puts the ball into the basket. So he throws the ball to Mike Evans. Mike Evans breaks 5 tackles, goes 80 yards. Tom Brady gets credit for a touchdown. Well, Mike Evans did all the work. LeBron has to put the ball in the basket in order for him to get the credit. So for me, in order to pass Kareem, that means LeBron would have had a very long career, but he would have had to be extremely productive. So for me, Tom Brady should be applauded for this record because I don't take it lightly. I know what it's like to play in this league and to play at a high level for an extremely long time. But for me, I believe LeBron passing Kareem would be more impressive than Brady throwing 600 touchdowns.
Okay. When you first began your soliloquy to open this show, I actually thought that for once you were going to give Tom Brady his due on such a hallowed day when he was the only human ever to throw 600 touchdowns.
Did I not do that? I gave him an 8.
You gave him an 8 on a scale of 10.
Yes.
When this is obviously, if I could go to 11, I would, but we said it's a scale of 10. But I'm still going to go to 11.
No, you can't go to 11. It's a scale of 10.
Because this was extraordinary. This is an all-time great achievement. And this is highly more impressive than LeBron eventually, and I'm going to knock on wood for him, if he stays healthy. We had a little incident last night we're going to talk about where he went down and then he bounced up. It's Lazarus. He rose from the
There
dead.
you go. There you go.
He leads the league in melodrama, the melodrama king.
You saw
He
the
is.
man fall into his knee.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. But anyway, I'm very happy LeBron bounced up and played the whole rest of the game. But the point is that what Brady is doing, and remember, he's not finished yet. He wants to play, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, who knows how many more years he might play. And yet, what he has accomplished in 20 years, you're in the Hall of Fame, tight end, and you caught 62 touchdown passes in the regular season in 14 seasons.
Yes.
And now in his 20th season, he has eclipsed 600. He's up to 602 and counting. Because I predicted, and I believe he will back me up, I believe he's going to be the MVP this year. You can say it's on storyline, it's on narrative, whatever, but it's set up at age 44 for him to just keep on keeping on. I believe, and again, I predicted they would win every game this year. They lost at the Rams. I give you that while he threw for 432 yards. And yet I look down the schedule, and we'll get deeper into this later. I believe that he will win out this year. They will be the #1 seed in the NFC. And because of that, he's going to win the MVP. Okay. So now let's go back to what you said about LeBron James. And I give you, it is all-time great for LeBron to endure long enough, and he has been Iron Man. We've had a couple of little glitches here lately in his first year and his third year in L.A. But the point is that you have ridiculed Tom Brady as unathletic, right? Remember the worst 40-yard dash in the history of the Combine? Remember what he looked like in that picture that we saw when they took it? It looked like a mugshot that we saw. I don't know if we have that one or not. Oh, there he is. That's some ugly stuff right there, right?
He don't even look like Tom Brady.
Does that look like a guy who's about to go on a tear and throw 600 touchdown passes?
Nah.
Okay, so would you give him all-time overachiever?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because he's not that athletic. I think he has sweet pocket feet. I think he has a very good arm, but not bazooka.
Skip, when you looked at him at Michigan, you looked at his measurables, and you looked at him going through the drills. Nothing said that I'm going to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Nothing said that.
He couldn't even flat out win the job at Michigan. He's alternating, right? Okay? So given all that, for him to go over 600 touchdown passes has to be a 10, right? Because LeBron James is 6'9", 260 pounds. He is simply the greatest driver of the basketball. I've said this a billion times on television that I have ever seen in athleticism, in raw power, in explosiveness. He's in another galaxy from Tom Brady. So to me, it's much harder to throw a touchdown pass than it is to score anywhere on the basketball court for LeBron James. And obviously, you've got to score and score and score. But remember, Brady also, to use the flip side of what you said, he has to rely on the Shannon Sharps of the world to actually catch good throws. And I thought Cameron Brate dropped a touchdown pass yesterday that hit him. It was in high traffic, but it hit him right in the hands in the end zone. He dropped it. How many drop touchdown passes in the end zone do you believe Brady has had over 20 years? I don't know. It's uncountable, but somebody might have it somewhere. Is it 100? Maybe. I don't know. Well,
if that's the case, Skip, Peyton Manning might still have the record, and then Tom would be, or Drew Brees would. So we can't say, because other quarterbacks have dropped touchdowns also. But when you look at it, Skip, he has 5 available options, on a given play. If you play do scat protection, which is everybody's out on the route, he has 5 eligible receivers that can score on a given play. LeBron, it's only LeBron. How else can he score? He can either lay the ball up, but it's only 2 points or 3 points either way.
I know, but LeBron, when he was 18, was like a man among boys in the NBA. So what I'm saying is, he is highly capable of scoring every time he touches the basketball. In fact, there are times I'm surprised he didn't score on that possession. So with Brady, he's just some guy. He completely overachieved to an echelon that will never be touched. And if you look at his touchdown to interception ratio just in the regular season, he's got 602 touchdown passes to only 194 interceptions. That's a 3-to-1 ratio. And if you do players who have played over 200 games, that would be 12 of them. He's number one in interception or touchdown to interception ratio. Okay.
But Rodgers get 200, he's going to blow right away.
Well, he would, but do you think he's going to get to 600 touchdowns?
No. It's probably going to be one of these young guys, one of these Burrows, Herbert, Mahomes, somebody playing now. Because what does Rodgers have now? 430? So he's 170 behind him. Now, Skip, that's
and he's already 37.
Right.
So,
but here's the thing. Quarterbacks are playing longer. It depends on how much longer. Because Brady, theoretically, Skip, could have this thing at 700 touchdowns. I mean, if he plays as long as you